Hi, it's Donna from the library, and welcome back to Behind the Book Book Talks. Today I'm going to be talking to you about this book, The Obsession by Nora Roberts. I belong to Library Thing, which is a website that allows me to catalog my home library. I actually use it to kind of keep track of which books I'm reading so that at any point I can pop onto it and search to see if I've read a book. And if I have read it, when I read it, so that I might know if I want to read it again. So anyways, every year for Christmas, Library Thing does this fun program called Santa Thing. And you get to open up your library so people can look at it online, and then you pick an amount and you pledge that amount, and they match people up with other people who have similar reading tastes. And you can say what your specific likes and dislikes are. So what I typically do is say, this is my library, anything in it I've read. Please don't buy me romance or fantasy. But other than that, I'm pretty much open for anything that you might buy. And I've had some pretty fun books sent to me through that program. They match you up. You get Secret Santa books from somebody. You send books to somebody else, and they do all of the work. All you do is pick. Pick the shop that you want to shop at and pay your money, and they buy the books and they ship the books and you have fun with it. So not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, I got 3 books in the mail, and one of them was The Obsession by Nora Roberts. Now, I have worked in a library for many years, and Nora Roberts has a lot of books, and I have never read a book of hers. I've always kind of considered her a romance writer. She has the J.D. Robb books, which are mysteries and are highly popular, and her books are highly popular, but I've just never read one. And I was a little bit kind of bewildered when I opened the box and said, so you looked at my library, and I said specifically no romance, and you chose a Nora Roberts book to send to me. So I'm a little confused, but thank you and Merry Christmas. So I set the book aside on a stack of books in my library at home. And this past weekend, 2 weekends ago, I was cleaning up that space in anticipation of a new piece of furniture. And I thought I should put these stacks of books somewhere or do something with them. And I was kind of in between books. So this book was in a stack of books that I was moving. I thought, well, okay, I'll give it a try. I really don't know what I want to read. And I was really glad that I did. So The Obsession is about a girl who, when she was 11 or 12 years old, discovered that her father is a serial killer, a serial rapist. She followed him out into the woods and stumbled across his horrible secret. Now, she has a younger brother and her mom. So the book kind of, at the beginning, explores what that knowledge did to her family. And I won't get into a lot of the details to it. They all kind of handled the stress of being related to a serial killer in a different way. So it goes through that, and then she settles down in a great house, and there is a little bit of romance. She meets a man and falls in love, and she's never been one to really form relationships. She's stayed on the go her whole time, but she found this house that she decided she wanted to rehab, and kind of became a member of the community. So this book turns out to be kind of a mystery. That, like I said, there is romance in it, but it's a great story about the impact, and it's something I guess I don't often think about, the impact of the serial killer's actions on his family, because I guess, it's not uncommon that serial killers are actually just normal family people. There's a dog. She was driving down the road and found this abandoned dog kind of stumbling down the side of the road, and she takes him home and names him Tag, and he becomes a great part of the story. So anybody who knows me knows that if there's a great dog in a story, I'm probably going to be a little bit light on the criticism. But anyways, I really did enjoy this book, and I feel a little bit guilty thinking that for so many years I thought, Nora Roberts, who would read Nora Roberts? So now I can say I have read this one, and it's well worth reading, especially if you like books that kind of tend to be a little bit dark, with a little bit of a mystery involved in it. and a little teeny bit of romance. Just a great story, and she did a good job developing the characters too. So that's my talk for this week's Behind the Book Book Talks. But I did want to point out that Miss Jenny has put up a new display in the children's room of the Newbery Award winners. And the Newbery Awards are given to chapter books for children every year. They've been around since 1922. And she picked all the ones, or most of the ones that we have out of our collection, and put up this great display. And I was walking by the display the other day, and this book caught my eye. It is Moon Over Manifest. So I picked it up, and when I finished The Obsession, I said, well, I'm going to read this. And boy, am I glad I picked this up. It's a historical fiction. It kind of takes place between 1918 and 1936. The narrator of the story is a young girl in 1936 who has been sent to Manifest, which is a town. Her dad was there when he was a child, and she's trying to solve a mystery, but it goes back and forth between 1918 and 1936, and the characters are amazing. And the kind of cool thing about it is it's the 1918 part of it is right in the beginning of the Spanish flu. So there are newspaper clippings from 1918 that give you a lot of insight into the history of the town and the history of the country. The Ku Klux Klan is there. There are coal mines. Just a really great story. So after I read this one, I feel like I need to print out the list of Newbery Award winners and go back and read a lot of them that I haven't read in the past. So if you're looking for something great for your kids to read, you might want to stop by Miss Jenny's display. If you're looking for something good for yourself to read, you may want to try The Obsession. And that is it for tonight. So until then, until the next time, thanks for stopping by and keep on reading. Take good care.